Beam Team, we need to talk right now. Something massive just dropped about our franchise that's going to shake Sacramento to its core. I'm talking about decisions that could have changed everything we know about purple and gold. You think you know the real story behind our rebuild? You think you understand why we're where we are today? Think again. What I'm about to reveal will make your blood boil, your heart race, and question everything our front office has done. We're talking about 3 earth-shattering revelations that connect like puzzle pieces to show the real picture of what's been happening behind closed doors. A trade that almost happened but didn't. A superstar we're hunting right now, and a veteran pickup that could be the missing piece. But here's the kicker: Beam Team. The star player at the center of this chaos, the one who almost got shipped out instead, that decision alone could have changed NBA history. Smash that like button if you're ready for the truth. Drop a comment with your wildest prediction. And if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the biggest Kings scoops in the game. Are you ready to find out which franchise cornerstone almost got traded instead of our all-star guard, who's now dominating in the NBA Finals? Let's dive into this rabbit hole of what-if scenarios that'll blow your mind. Beam Team, brace yourselves. Because De'Aaron Fox was literally on the trading block instead of Tyrese Halliburton back in 2022. Your minds are about to be blown. According to The Athletic's Sam Amick, our front office was ready to ship out De'Aaron Fox, our supposed franchise player, but couldn't find a decent return package. Can you believe this? Instead of moving Fox, they traded away Halliburton, and now look where we are. This is insane, Beam Team. Think about it. Fox had just signed that massive 5-year, $160 million deal, and his market value had already tanked so badly that teams wouldn't even offer fair value. Meanwhile, Halliburton was the hot commodity everyone wanted. The painful irony? Fox eventually got traded to San Antonio this season anyway, while Halliburton is in the NBA Finals with Indiana. Our former star is competing for a championship while we're sitting at home, again. Remember that magical 2023 playoff run when we broke the 16-year drought? That was supposed to be our launching pad. Instead, we've missed the playoffs 2 straight years since then. The Warriors sent us home in 7 games, and we haven't recovered. But wait, Beam Team, because this story gets even crazier. There's another all-star guard our front office is targeting right now, and the asking price might shock you. Hold on to your jerseys, Beam Team, because the plot thickens in the most Sacramento Kings way possible. Our new front office leadership under Scott Perry has identified Cleveland Cavaliers all-star Darius Garland as their primary trade target to solve our point guard crisis. Now, before you get excited, let me break down why this potential move has me absolutely terrified that we're about to repeat the same mistakes that have haunted this franchise for decades. Darius Garland is a talented player. There's no denying that. He's a 2-time All-Star who averages 19 points and 6.7 assists per game as a starter. He's got a smooth handle, he can create his own shot, and he's the kind of traditional point guard who can facilitate for others. On paper, this looks like exactly what we need. But here's where things get concerning, Beam Team. Garland is projected to be out for the next 4 to 5 months due to injury. We're talking about potentially missing around the first 10 games of the 2025-26 season. Are we really about to trade valuable assets for a guy who's going to start the season in street clothes? And that's just the beginning of the red flags. Garland's playoff performances over the past 2 years have been absolutely brutal. Over the past 2 postseasons, he's shooting just 42.5% from the field and 33% from three-point range. In the 2025 playoffs, he shot a playoff career low 28.6% from beyond the arc. In 2024, he averaged a playoff career low 15.7 points per game. You want to know how bad his playoff struggles have been? Miami Heat guard Tyler Herro publicly called out Garland's defense as Cleveland's weak link during the playoffs. When Tyler Herro is pointing out your defensive deficiencies, you know there's a serious problem. Both years, the Cavaliers got eliminated in the second round with Garland as their starting point guard. They lost those semifinal series 4-1 both times. This is the guy we want to build our future around? A player who consistently struggles when the lights get brightest and the games matter most? But wait, it gets worse. The proposed trade package that's being discussed would send Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, and Isaac Jones to Cleveland. Let me break down what we'd be giving up, Beam Team. Malik Monk averaged 17.2 points and 5.6 assists per game this past season. He was our best sixth man, our most reliable scorer off the bench, and one of the few bright spots during our disappointing campaign. He brings energy, shooting, and playmaking, exactly what you want from a role player. Keegan Murray is our best perimeter defender and a former lottery pick who's still just 23 years old. Yes, he's had 2 underwhelming seasons, but his defensive instincts and three-point shooting potential make him a valuable piece. Trading him now, when his value is at its lowest, would be classic Kings asset management. And Isaac Jones, he's a young prospect with upside who could develop into a solid rotation player. Why are we throwing him into a deal when we're already giving up our 2 best trade assets? This feels like we're panicking, Beam Team. Instead of being patient and strategic, we're about to overpay for a player with significant injury concerns and playoff struggles. The Cleveland Cavaliers have been trying to move Garland because they have concerns about his ability to lead them to the promised land. Think about it. If the Cavaliers, who have Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and a solid supporting cast, don't think Garland can get them over the hump, why do we think he's going to solve our problems? We'd be trading away depth and young talent for a player who hasn't proven he can perform when it matters most. The injury history is also a major concern. Garland has played fewer than 60 games in half of his professional seasons. We're talking about a player who's constantly dealing with health issues, and we want to make him the centerpiece of our franchise? But here's the thing that really gets me fired up, Beam Team. While our front office is preparing to mortgage our future for Garland, there's another option available that could solve our problems without giving up any assets. Beam Team. This is where the story gets really interesting. And honestly, this might be the smartest path forward for our franchise. While everyone's focused on expensive trades and complicated deals, our scouts have quietly identified Phoenix Suns veteran Tyus Jones as a primary free agent target. And let me tell you why this move makes so much more sense than trading half our roster for Darius Garland. Tyus Jones just completed his 10th NBA season, and the man played in 81 games. 81 games. Beam Team. That's the kind of durability and reliability we desperately need after years of dealing with injury-prone players. While Garland is sitting out 4 months, Jones is proving he can stay healthy and contribute every single night. The numbers speak for themselves. Jones averaged 10.2 points and 5.3 assists per game while shooting an absolutely incredible 44.8% from the field and 41.4% from three-point range. That three-point percentage is elite for a point guard, and it's exactly the kind of spacing we need to complement Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Domantas Sabonis. But here's the stat that really caught my attention. Over the past 2 seasons, Jones has maintained a ridiculous 6.2 assists to just 1.1 turnovers per game ratio. That's the kind of ball security and decision-making that championship teams are built on. The beautiful part about pursuing Jones in free agency is that we keep our entire roster intact. No trading away Malik Monk's scoring punch. No giving up Keegan Murray's defensive potential. We'd be adding talent without subtracting it. Jones would slide perfectly into our starting lineup next to Zach LaVine in the backcourt. The veteran leadership aspect cannot be overstated either. He's been around the league for a decade, been through playoff battles, and understands the professionalism required to build a winning culture. After trading away to Aaron Fox and watching Tyrese Halliburton reach the NBA Finals, we absolutely cannot afford another mistake at the point guard position. Jones represents everything we should be looking for: stability, experience, efficiency, and winning mentality. Beam Team, I need to hear from you in the comments. Should we go all in with a risky trade for Darius Garland? Or should we be smart and target Tyus Jones in free agency? Smash that like button if you want to see the Kings make the smart move. Subscribe because we're covering every twist of this wild offseason. After years of questionable moves, do you trust this front office to finally get it right?